I was over on Facebook going live, and I was like, you know what? Let me go over to YouTube and go live too while I silk press my hair. Because I like to talk sometimes, especially when I'm in the mood. And apparently I'm in the mood tonight to talk, so here we are. I want to talk about holistics. Um, in general, holistic scalp and hair care, but mainly just holistics in general because in order to have holistic hair and to really do what it takes to maintain it, you gotta adapt a certain mindset. You have to have a mindset that's willing to take action. You have to have a mindset that's willing to look at things from a different angle. So, holistics is all about looking at the whole of something. And in order to look at the whole, of course, we got to look at the moving parts. So, when it comes to hair care, let's say, for instance, your hair isn't growing or you got real bad buildup or whatever the case may be, we've got to look at the whole picture, not just the part that's bothersome for you at the moment. But we got to look at everything that's going on because usually when something is going wrong, just like kind of like on a car, stuff starts breaking down. It starts to affect other parts of the whole in the way that it functions. So it's the same thing with our hair. Something's going on with our scalp, something's going to be likely going on with our hair, and vice versa. And so we have to look at the whole of things. Can't really look at the hair without looking at the scalp and other things that make up the health of the hair. And then that also includes diet, lifestyle. How are you with your hair? How do you take care of your hair? What do you do to your hair? What do you put in your hair? All of that plays a part, and all of that is considered looking at the holistics of things. Holistics is like, as my mentor says, it's like another word for research. When you take the time to look at things holistically, you look into stuff. You look at, how this affects that. If we do something with this, how is it going to affect that? You got to look at all that stuff. So when it comes down to living a more holistic lifestyle, you got to ask yourself, are you willing to do something different? When it comes to your hair, if you don't wear your hair and you want to, you got to start talking to yourself about why. That's looking at the holistics of it. Okay, I want to wear my hair, but why don't I? And then if it comes down to, well, it's hard to manage, or I don't know how to style it, or it's not the length that I would want it to be, or it's not as full as I would like for it to be, then you have to start asking questions like, okay, if it was fuller, would you wear it? If it was more manageable, would you wear it? If it was longer, would you wear it? And then if the answer to those questions are yes, then you have to ask yourself, are you willing to do the work that it takes to have what it is that you want? And we're talking hair, but you can apply that to anything in life. You want to lose weight, you got to figure out why you're not at the weight that you want to be in the first place. Why your body isn't where you want it to be in the first place. And you start looking at that. And you're like, okay, well, what am I eating? Am I exercising? All of that is like looking at the holistics of things. You looking at all the moving parts to the whole to figure out how it's being affected. So it's the same thing with your hair. You can't want to have better hair if you're not willing to do better things to your hair. If you're not willing to put more work in to your hair to make it better. Having holistic hair, you can't really be lazy unless you got somebody doing it for you, which most people don't. because this service isn't offered everywhere. This type of hair care isn't offered everywhere. So a lot of people don't have it. You got to be willing to do something at home. You got to be willing to work on your hair. And even when you have somebody, a professional doing it for you, if you want more results, better results, quicker results, you have to also work on your hair at home. That's like, you know what I'm saying? If you got a trainer and you work out with your trainer every 2 weeks. Oh, thank you so much. That's so sweet. Thank you so much. Thank you. That means so much to me. Thank you so much. If you have a trainer and you go see your trainer every 2 weeks, right? But you don't exercise within those 2 weeks, you know that you're not going to have as good of results as you would if you exercised on your own within those 2 weeks as well. Oh, yeah, I do like to wear it straight. I do like to wear it straight. This is blown out, how it is right now. I do like to wear it straight though. It's just easier for me to manage it, to comb through it. I like when it has bounce and body. So I do straighten it. But I appreciate that. I really, really do. I really, really do. Thank you. I was talking about how I've begun to care for my hair holistically and just saying how you gotta kind of put more work into it when you know, are trying to have healthier hair and better hair, more manageable hair, longer hair. It takes work. You have to put work into it and you have to look at the whole picture. You have to look at your hair holistically if you really want to make some positive changes towards it and just life in general too. Curly hair struggles are real. Oh my goodness. Oh, I would love to see your hair. The curly hair struggle is real. And I like curls. Don't get me wrong. I like curls. And I think people who have natural curls should embrace them. But for me, my curl pattern just a little too tight. Your triangles. You need to get ready for bed, boy. Yeah, you need to get ready for bed. But yeah, you can use a holistic approach for curly hair too. And it'll be softer and more manageable as well. I just like to go in and silk press mine. Cause I like it straightened out. I like the bounce in the body. And my kid done came in here. He needs to go to bed. But I'm up, so he's up because he's nosy and he wanna know what's going on. But back to what I was saying about holistics and having a more holistic lifestyle. That means like looking into stuff. And you can do that in any area and aspect of your life. A lot of times when we want to do something, wear our hair, for instance, or start a business or, you know, do something new, something that we don't really know much about. The number one thing that usually stops people is that they know nothing about it and they feel out of their element. So in order for you to not feel so out of your element about stuff, you gotta start looking into stuff. And that's what holistic people do. Holistic people look into stuff and they look at everything. So like when it comes down to health and lifestyle, you need to look at what you eating, how it's affecting your body. I started looking at what I was eating and learned that, you know, you can actually eat for nutritional value and not just eating because you want something to eat and ooh, it tastes good, but actually eating things that will help your body to heal, help it to function, all of these great things that seem like common sense, but it's really not so common. You got to start looking into that stuff to see what you should be taking in. And when you take the time to do that, that's you kind of adapting a holistic lifestyle. When you take the time out to figure out how did we get here and how do we get from here to a better place, that's looking at things holistically. So true. I get that in the chair all the time. Hi. Hey, how you doing? Alex Gaming, how you doing? I get that all the time in the chair, Callie. I get that all the time. People with curly hair like, oh, I wish my hair was straight. And people with straight hair, people with straight hair always say, oh, I wish my hair was curly. And people with curly hair always say, oh, I wish my hair was straight. But honestly, all hair has its challenges. Because straight hair falls flat, all the time. And you can't really do too much with it once it's straight. And then people with curly hair, we got our own struggles too. It gets frizzy and it starts to get poofy, and sometimes curls can be unruly. But everybody's got their own struggles when it comes to their hair. I personally like curly hair and wavy hair, but when it comes to my hair, I like to wear it straight. I ain't gonna lie. I like to straighten mine out. I'm doing really good too. Just trying to get something done to my hair so I don't look crazy tomorrow at work. It's been raining out here. Where y'all from? It's raining out here in Dallas. It's been like a rainy 2 weeks out here. Unfortunately, everybody out here getting soaking wet. We done had tornado watches and everything. It's been crazy. Indiana. I've never been to Indiana. I passed through Indiana going to Michigan one time, but I've never just been out there. That's where Michael Jackson from. I feel that. I used to be like that too. If my hair wasn't right, I wasn't going nowhere. Because, when we look good, we feel good. And when we don't feel like we look good, we feel away. And I get that. That's how I was feeling tonight. I was like, not feeling it. I have to do my hair. I was not feeling it at all. At all. I get that. That's why I like to try to get people to work on their hair holistically, because it kind of, I don't have as many bad hair days as I used to, but it gets there. When it's time for me to re-shampoo and redo it, it gets there. And it's growing, so my roots and stuff be all curly and thick, and I can't comb through it because it's too thick off in there. Oh my gosh. I need a haircut. Living else, I live in Houston. Oh, we need to link up. I love Houston. I went out there for my birthday a couple of years back. I had so much fun. And that little New Orleans, Tex Orleans place y'all got. Oh my God. I had the best shrimp and grits I ever had in my life out there. I miss Houston. I was just talking about a little turnaround trip to Houston. That would be fun. I'm going to look you up, girl. Need a haircut. I wish you was here in Dallas. I would cut your hair for you. I'll put you in the game. Sure would. I wish you were here. I would sure cut your hair. I love to cut hair. Houston. I had so much daggone fun out there. Ever been to Itasca? Is that in Texas? I think I rode through a little place called that in Texas once. I ain't like it very much. I got a ticket. Yeah, I rode through there one time and I ended up getting a ticket. I was coming from Austin when I rode through there. Yeah, humidity is something else. Girl, that's why I'm sitting here trying to do something to my hair right now. Because it's been so... Has it been raining and stuff out there in Houston still? I know y'all had bad weather, like, I think the week before we did. It was real bad out there. It's crazy. I don't know why we getting so much rain. You should try my product. You should try my water. It'll help. It'll help with all that frizz. Make your hair softer. Girl, I get it. Ooh, I ain't lying. I get it. Oh my goodness, 4 days, that's a long time. My power went out, but it didn't stay out that long. I went to sleep, I woke up, and it was back on. But we had trees and stuff, like big old trees just coming down. We had trees all over the streets. They've been out there trying to get them up out the street, piling them up and stuff. So many trees came down. It was a pretty bad storm. I don't know what's going on with the weather, but it is not on our side. Shoot, cause my hair been going through it. It's been raining on it, and you know, as soon as that rainwater touch your hair, it's like, something. I've been real frizzy, and when you do hair, you don't be wanting to walk around looking like that, cause then people be like, why your hair ain't? Cause it's raining on me. What, boy? What? I know I'm finna hurry up so we can go to bed, because I know you waiting on me to go to bed. Mommy had to do something to her hair, though, because it's bad. It's a real protective hairstyle because of the humidity. Yeah. That's how I've been as well. So I'm really curious because I just started with this holistic hair care that I do. I just started like at the end of March, and I've been wearing my hair silk pressed ever since. I'm really nervous about the summer. And I know if I'm nervous, other ladies are too. Like, summertime coming, we're going to have to figure something else out. I'm thinking some braids probably going to come into play. But if I braid mine, I don't think I'm going to put no extensions into it. Maybe I'll just like braid the top and curl the back or something like that, because I don't want to put too much extensions on my hair and then make my hair all heavy. I need to get my cords untangled. Make my hair all heavy with those extensions. But I do feel that because summertime, it gets crazy out here. It gets crazy. I'm wondering if we're going to have like a super, super hot summer with all this rain that we getting. Maybe not. Maybe it'll be cool. What you think? I don't know. You know, it's Texas. Girl, it's Texas. I'm sweating right now while I'm talking. I am. I'm tired. It's been a long day. But I have to do my hair because I know if I don't, I'm not going to get up in the morning. I said, just do it in the morning. You can do it in the morning. I'm not. I'll be looking like this, trying to run into work, looking crazy. Everybody be looking at me like, dang, what happened to you? What's wrong with you? So like, let me just at least knock the curl out my roots, and then I can fix it real good in the morning. It's hot in this bathroom though, I ain't lying. I need a little fan or something off up in here. Very true, girl. I just keep something in the car. Like I keep an umbrella in the car. I keep a little jacket. Cause I think that was yesterday. Me and my baby was getting in. It was kind of late. It was like 8 something. It started storming out of nowhere, just pouring down raining. And the more it started raining, the cooler and cooler it started to get. And I was like, it's kind of like cold out here. What's going on? That's how people get sick too. That's why everybody allergies and stuff is tore up out here. I gotta do some holistics on what I can take to help with. Something gotta help with like allergies and boosting the immune health outside of like vitamin C and elderberry, stuff like that. I know it's gotta be something. I need to take in whatever it is. Right. We got crazy weather. We got crazy weather. And all the thunder and lightning been scaring the heck out of me. I ain't gonna even lie. That scares the mess out of me. Don't come in here playing with my lights, boy. Oh, my roots still thick. They growing in so thick. My goodness gracious. I thought I had low density hair, but I got my hair done last week. And she was like, girl, you got high density hair. I was like, nah. She was like, nah, you got a lot of hair. Your new growth coming in thick. I was like, oh, shoot. I was like, that's why my roots and stuff feel like that. I'm grateful for that, though. I've never worn my hair like this in my life. I always had something else done to it. constantly because I didn't want to have to deal with it. It's too much to deal with. But thankfully, it's not as hard to deal with anymore now that I use this holistic approach. But yeah, I used to be, the struggle would be real. And it still is sometimes because it's an adjustment learning how to wear my natural hair. Bye. See you later. We're going to have to link up. Have a good night. I love Houston. I need to get out there. I need to get back out there. But yes, y'all, holistics and holistic lifestyles just means doing some research, looking into some stuff to figure out how you can better your whole. So if we talking hair, you got to look at what's going on with all of it in order to better it as a whole. Which the first step is scalp care. You got to figure out what's going on with your scalp. Because 10 times out of 10, if you're having problems with your hair, you're having problems with your scalp. Thank you. You're having problems with your scalp. And so many of us don't receive any scalp care. For one, because nobody really offer it. I've been in the game 10 years. And this is the first time I've really heard about people offering scalp cares from my mentor. And then she's caused me to look into it even more. And it's just not something that's offered in a lot of places. Most people don't do scalp care, and especially like if you went to beauty school and stuff like that. Sometimes we stop learning when we kind of like finish something. So after beauty school, I didn't continue to like look into stuff to find out more stuff on my own unless it was something specific, like a new weave or a new hairstyle or something like that I wanted to try to figure out how to do. But I didn't look more into like the health of the hair, the integrity of the hair, what makes hair grow, what does this, what does that. I never took the time out to look into that. So if you don't go past sometimes just the surface of what you've been taught, you will miss a lot of stuff. Stuff that you gotta go look into. You gotta go do some research to find out. And so my mentor has helped me to tap back into doing more research into stuff. And I've realized that scalp care is like the number one thing that's gonna help the health of your hair. If you have fine hair, scalp care will help with that. If your hair is not growing, you got hair loss, scalp care will help with that. Of course, if you got scalp buildup, dermatitis, if you've got psoriasis in the scalp, anything like that, scalp care will obviously help with that. So it just makes you realize kind of how important your scalp is to the function of your hair overall as a whole. And you have to sit down and break it down in order to even think about that, though. Most people ain't thinking about their scalp and how their scalp is affecting their hair. Most people ain't saying, well, my scalp is built up and my scalp is dry, so that's why my hair is dry. Most people aren't doing that. So most people are neglecting the very thing that, is affecting the health of their hair because they don't realize that they need to go in and do the holistics of everything and look at it, all the moving parts to the whole. So I hope that I can help to shed more light on how to live a more holistic lifestyle and how to have healthier hair as a result. Because when you begin to do things holistically, you just improve. Your mind improves, your health improves, your confidence improves. Everything just improves. You got to figure out what works for you and what you really want to do. If it's like wearing your hair, you got to figure out how wearing your hair would work for you. It works for me to silk press my hair out and wear it straight and not put nothing on my edges and go on with myself. It works for me. If it works for you to wear yours curly, you have to figure out the best way to do that. If it works best for you to feel like you need to do something to it as far as doing a style to it, you have to figure out how that's affecting the health and the integrity of your hair. And you got to decide Do I care about the health integrity of my hair, or do I just want it to look cute? Do I care about, you know what I'm saying, if I'm causing it harm or if I'm suffocating my scalp while I'm doing this, or do I just want something that I don't have to mess with for a while? You gotta ask yourself those kind of questions and be honest with yourself. If you don't feel like wrapping your hair every night, you don't need to be wearing a silk press, because you gotta wrap it. If you don't feel like, shampooing your hair and stuff at home on a regular and consistent basis, then you can't really expect for a whole lot to happen with your hair because you're neglecting it. Just like if you went, weeks at a time without washing your body, it's gonna start to be affected. Your skin and stuff, you're gonna start itching. It's like your scalp. When you neglect your scalp, you don't get no scalp care, your scalp start itching, and cause you itching. You need some care to your scalp. Care to your scalp, care to your hair. So you have to care for it holistically if you really want to improve it. In your life too. You want a better lifestyle, you want to do things better, take a holistic approach. When I say take a holistic approach, I mean do some research. Ask some questions. Look at other people who are doing things that you would want to do. See what they doing. See how they doing it. Take some notes and then take some action. See how things affect the whole. And then go with what works. This holistic approach that I have been introduced to, it has been working wonders for my hair. It's helping it grow. It's helping it to be fuller. It's helping it to be softer, more manageable. It has shine. I don't got no relaxer. And I don't feel like, like I'm wrestling with, I don't even know what to call it, child, carpet or something, fooling with my hair no more. That's how I used to feel. It used to be such a struggle to do my hair. And I never wore it. I always covered it up. So, adapting a holistic hair care routine has helped me to do something that I've always wanted to do, which is wear my natural hair. So, and also looking into how to run businesses and how to be a successful business owner and things like that sparked me to be an entrepreneur. So, when you start doing research, you start looking into stuff, everything that you tune into, you'll mess around and turn into. So tune into the right stuff and the right people. And keep anything that's not feeding you, helping you grow, keep it out your life. Y'all have a great night. Thank you for tuning in and talking with me. I love this. Oh, Alex, I'm about to go. I just finished my hair. I just wrapped it. But I'll get back on live sometime later on this week because I like doing these little late night lives. I hope you have a great night and get your hair cut. I'll see y'all later.